I had a feeling y'all had to hear something from us. Little wife half stabbing. You guys be on the internet, right?
Hey, man. They watch ADD so much, and we do so many cool things here at ADD. We do like, what's your favorite fries? And they could have been in any episode. But here we are, like, and then it was a jacket hook. And it's like, oh man, they'll go home and tell their parents, like, so what we learned.
Teaching you guys the horrors of the internet and what type of people to stay away from. Me in particular.
We have so many subject matters. You know, what was your favorite cartoon? And they could be here for that. What's up? This is CP,
and I'm Patrick Cloud,
and this is the internet is undefeated. Yeah, you chopped that mic, didn't you? Yeah, you trying to clown somebody. Good job.
Blooper reels.
I go where I want. I'm good. Patrick McCloud is good.
Hey, yeah. Let's just go. That was rough.
Nah, man, but you know sometimes you gotta. I told you we had to fully commit. I told you before the cameras came on.
DaBaby.
It was a full commit.
All right, go. Yeah.
The internet undefeated. The internet undefeated. We say what we want. We good. Yeah. My name is CP. I'm good.
I'm so sorry for this whack ass beat.
Look, dog. This the beat. This is your beat. Oh man, stop, man! It's like we in prison. We all handcuffed. Like it's all I got, boss.
Daycare.
All I can do is in unison.
That was my daycare beat. That's like one of the whack ass beats that you can only teach the babies.
Sorry, DaBaby.
I was doing a baby beat.
Man.
That's like a baby beat.
Man,
what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of The Internet is Undefeated. We stumbled through that, but I'm happy we're here.
Stumbled through it. It was supposed to happen. Everything's supposed to happen for a reason.
I like how we had a pep talk before that too.
Yeah, we said, look,
we were just like,
we're going right in. We're going to fully commit. As soon as you came in, you was like, Patrick Cloud. Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Oh, it's raining.
Abort. I'm over here like, go where I want. I'm good.
Well, shout out to DaBaby.
Right. Did he win?
Huh?
Did he win something last night?
He won all his fights this week, this year, so I think he's good. I don't think niggas really care about the actual awards. It's kind of more about the scene now, right?
I feel like the awards are given to the people who like. It's like if you are too famous to be here, but you show up, you win, and that's how I always judge it. Like, okay, like wait a minute, like Cardi B got way more stuff to do than to be at the BET Awards, so they got to give her. She has to win because she's like, you know, it's like BET Awards. Is like,
the politics is like we can't waste certain people's time.
At some point, it has to feel like going back to the high school mock election and trying to expect to win an award. When it's like, dude, like, you know, Will Smith can't come here and win Best Actor, but he's clearly the best actor.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? If he was to be in that category, if he showed up, they'd be like, oh, Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, why would you do that? Don't come here.
Dang, I never thought of it as like a show.
Yeah, like
there's niggas in the back of the BET weekend like, oh shit, they showed up.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, put Cardi B's name on that award.
That's how Steve Harvey fucked up.
But I think, exactly.
They had the nigga that was supposed to win, and then they were like, oh shit, that nigga, that nigga showed up.
I gotta remove this mustache.
Wait, so did you watch the BET Awards?
Man, you know what I did? I watched a lot of Instagram clips. I watched the highlights. I'm a highlight kind of guy these days.
That's me too. Even like really important basketball games and stuff. Like, I just watch the highlights.
Yeah, it's like, you know, sometimes I feel like, and this is my little superstition, if I want my team to win, sometimes I feel like it's my energy that's messing them up. So like I like purposely not watch it just to be like, all right, I'm like, you know what I'm saying, like removing myself from the energy of the sport.
That sounds more like an excuse, like why you didn't watch.
No. That has nothing to do with BET Weekend. I'm talking about sports. You had ticket to sports, and I took it to sports. But then we can go back to BET. I didn't watch that because I mean, I just, you know,
award shows just are kind of boring. I feel like you want the highlights. Like, oh, so and so won. This was a good performance. I saw the her YBN Corday performance. It was just deep off top.
How was that?
She was playing the cello, and then she was just like, capitalism. And I was like, oh, okay.
What?
This is where it's going.
What? They always try to make a statement. You know, just make sure it's something that everybody know about. So you ain't got to explain it.
It was super dope.
Yeah, that's dope.
It was one of those things that like they panned to the camera to like different other stars that were watching, and all of them was like listening, like yeah. Because they're like, the cameras are on me, I gotta be deep.
See, I'm so scared that if I'm there and the camera pointing to me at a deep moment and I'm on my phone, and then I'm like, oh yeah,
or like mid chicken strip. Yeah. I don't know if do they serve food at these things.
I doubt it. I think the outfits. I don't think they want them to spill nothing on themselves, I don't think they would get them chicken tenders.
Yeah, especially like wet chicken strips.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
I feel like I would just bring chicken strips, and then that's when they would catch me.
Who you think would spill something on their clothes? Just like, what celebrities do you think don't have?
Lil Yachty.
I was thinking Lil Yachty too.
Lil Yachty has a very like, you know them niggas that always got a stain on their shirt?
Yeah.
I feel like that's him in the studio.
Yeah, I think you just can't trust Lil Yachty with the ranch. That's all. He has to get dry tenders. Like, he can't. There's no dipping sauce for Lil, because he be like, yeah, I can just.
Because he got that like stuffy nose voice, which makes me assume that he stains his shirt a lot.
It makes
just
me
like,
assume that he
I got some barbecue sauce on my shirt. That was a horrible Lil Yachty.
And that's so
you get
bad
what I'm
to
saying.
say, but I completely understand what you're saying. Like, that voice has stains.
That like white buildup in the corner of the lip voice.
Yes, this just you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, my mama said, can we borrow some hot dogs?
That nigga your mom say to stop hanging out with.
Oh man, I don't want you down there hanging with them. The one that his whole family is just one last name of like ashiness. Like, you down there hanging with them Andersons, ain't you? I don't want you down there hanging with them Andersons.
Oh, who was that for me? I forget who that was for me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say who that is, because that's still who that is. So I'm gonna just leave it alone. You know what I'm saying?
They grew up with that shit.
Yeah, we be acting like when the internet go off, we ain't in real life. They're like, so what's all that shit you talking about? The Andersons, my nigga.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, man.
All right, I got a hits blunt fact for you, man. I'm just gonna open up with this one.
Okay.
This is from at hello hey me. Hey me. I be butchering these dudes' names, but
they should make it wait. You know, either if your stuff look like that, go ahead and give us a phonetic, like we got to sound it out. Anybody got time to be getting your made up name
or
right?
putting caps in the right spots wherever a word starts over. That's what
People
I do.
think they so clever until they never get at it, because I ain't got time to spell that.
All right, so here's the fact: are babies natural or man-made?
I was just driving home thinking about this yesterday.
You serious?
So it's crazy that you say that. Like,
You synced up today.
No, I have such a theory, because I have this new bit I'm doing in my set about how, you know, like, why weren't women made at, like, how come it was Adam and then later on Eve? And I feel like,
because we were fucking up.
No, because women aren't, you know, God is like Thanos. You know what I'm saying? He could snap and something could happen. Let there be light. It's light.
Right.
Let there be a bush. It was bush. Let there be Adam. Bam. Adam was like 23. He was never a baby, because who was going to raise him?
Immediately?
Dude, why would God make a baby and then have to babysit it? It had to make sure it's in the jungle. The snake would have been ate the baby. No, Adam was 23 years old. Bam, 23.
Damn, was he made as an adult?
Think about it. Think about like why would he be a baby? Because then he would have to been like a jungle.
No Eve.
He'd have to been like a jungle nigga. No, there was no Eve. His mom, there was no mom.
You ain't got no maternal.
No, man.
Maternities.
I think Adam was like 23, 24. Bam, God made him. And I think that, you know,
not even teenage Adam?
No, he was 23 because he could drink. He was like way more responsible.
He could drink.
Because, I mean, just think, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like when as soon as Eve got there, they was doing some grown up stuff. You think that he had time for her to be a baby too? And then he got to raise
his chick?
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, man. Give her to me, ready to go.
One day.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, you know. So
wow.
Yeah. So, you know, God is and sidebar, okay? Because I was watching Avengers Endgame, and at some point I'm like, where's God at? Because we need like the real God at this point. Like, you ever think like one of these Marvel movies, I'm gonna need the real God to show up, or else whoever writing this stuff don't believe. Because it's like if you writing the script and it's like the world is nigga,
God was there.
No, God, not Thor. God of lightning.
No. God was there. If you think about it, Doctor Strange saw like 5 billion possibilities, and like he was like, I mean, there's one that you win. And it was that one. That's God.
Yeah, God.
That's hella God. Well, I don't know if you could say hella God, but that was
can't say hella
for
God.
sure God.
I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how Captain Marvel pulled up and it was like, I just expect God to be like, ching, ching, ching. Like, and it's like, yes, and we just win. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just
sidebar. Captain Marvel's haircut was trash.
Yeah, fam.
Who in space was cutting her hair?
I think that
her space barber was for sure a lesbian.
Well, you know, and that's what it is. I think it's only lesbian space barbers, because those are the kind of, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, like that's just what I don't think that a guy would go there, but a lesbian woman who wanting to overcompensate, like, watch me do guy stuff, and I'm gonna go to space and have a little barbershop. She up there floating around with no customers.
But you could tell by her skin pigment that she went to like a Supercuts, not like a barber
no,
shop.
Totally a girl with the little sleeve rolled up, a couple cigarettes right here. She's like, what do you like, a little Bob? You want like a little Bob? I got you on like a little Bob. And then she went too far. She's like, I gotta say the word. You know what I'm saying? Anyway,
back to Adam and Eve.
Back to Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
Okay. God couldn't make women with a snap. Nah, God had
he needed some ribs.
He had to create women. He had to get that rib, but he had to create women. Like he had to make them. Probably take God 20 minutes to make a girl, and that's why I think that God is so busy not answering prayers as quickly because he's up in heaven making girls. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel me? Like he just making girls.
Back then he probably had an empty voicemail. He had like a couple
a couple requests from Adam.
Snakes,
you know what I'm saying?
Snake was probably asking for some shit because from what I know from the Bible, the devil was annoying.
Right. And oh my God. And,
he's kind
also,
of an
I
asshole.
think that Adam. People don't know that we got to thank Adam because Adam was sending God a lot of emails about a lot of the fruit. So he was like, man, God, because God was like, let me know what you need. And Adam be like, oh, like pineapples. And I got to be like, word. And then he was sending like that.
You know who probably leaving the most messages?
Who?
Chickens, pigs, and cows. Because that was when they were first getting eaten. And they was like, my nigga, why us? There's so many animals.
But then that's
they fucking us up.
But see, that's when God put it like, each chicken would have like 15 eggs. So it's like, look, they going to eat some of them. And then you still have a couple kids, to raise, and you got to be thankful for that.
He was like reasoning with like,
it was like,
think about it, like I made y'all delicious. All of them are like nasty. Think about it like that.
Exactly. Like what? You talk about God's God-given succulents. You know what I'm saying? like these little, and then turkeys, and then, he just gave him a lot of competition, but chickens had to go first. They were delicious. Like I can see dinosaurs eating chickens, and people don't even realize that. Like that was just like popcorn to dinosaurs, just running around, little popcorn, just like it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, you know who else was probably praying a lot? Like every fruit besides the apple. Like apples probably thought they were hot shit back then. They was just like, nigga, we VIP. Ain't nobody can eat us.
I don't want to.
And niggas was eating pears. Like,
I don't want to imagine a world where like my fruit is praying. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I've done some horrible things to the fruit. You know what I'm saying? Like
the bananas is like, you made us look like dicks and we delicious.
Think about the smoothies.
Apples, no one is touching them apples.
You know what I'm saying? What was it? He said you made us look like dicks and we delicious.
Fucking snakes was chilling with the apples, like, nigga.
Apples, I feel you. But see, apples became like worm apartments. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a worm be like, it's a nice ass apple. That's real nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got me an apple at the top of the tree. The view is amazing. Come through. Cut my apple next week. It's like, fam, like apples have always been kind of lightweight. They just out in the elements. At least oranges is wrapped up.
So that's true. Apples
is
raw.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Nigga, eat the skin. Go
apples
ahead.
is like homeless people. Like, imagine just picking a homeless person up and rinsing it off and be like, like, it's been outside all day.
What do you think was bad about the apples though? Do you think it was like eating the apples, or was God saying like, don't go over there because the devil hangs out over there?
Well, first of all, you have to ask me, were they Granny Smiths? Were they Honey Crisps?
I always saw them
as
depicted as red.
Red? That's the most boring. First of all, if Eve ruined our whole existence off of a red apple, I'm pissed. I would at least expect it to be a Granny Smith.
Granny Smiths are trash.
Granny Smiths are what?
Granny Smiths are trash.
Granny Smiths are the candy of the apples.
Even
wait.
Even green apple as a candy flavor is trash.
What?
The green apple Jolly Rancher, the worst.
Are you serious?
The only thing green apple.
They made a whole martini off of that first. It was the first. Apple martini was the first thing. Then
really?
It became,
but think about folklore. Green apple ain't never mentioned. You ain't never seen a witch with a green apple.
Because they eat them all. They be like, put the red ones out there. Anybody got
tired of
me?
Red ones?
Yeah, anybody fucking around with my green ones. It was always somebody's grandma. That's why they were Granny Smiths. Put my goddamn green apples down. Y'all can play with them red ones.
That's funny as hell. But even Adam and Eve, I've never seen depicted with a green apple.
Well, people don't know what they're talking about. All they did was draw it. You know what I'm saying? Adam and Eve they're not taking selfies.
I think that God I don't think there was anything wrong with the apple. I think he was just like, nah, I think Satan likes hanging around the apple, so don't go around there.
Right. Like, what was it with that? Like, should we not be eating apples?
It might, low key, that's never been a lesson.
Dang, I never thought about that. Like, I just had apple the other day. Like, what?
Nigga, that's one of the most popular stories of all time. We read it like, damn, that shit's crazy.
My phone is an apple bit out of. One bite and then somebody died. Like, that's what it was.
Is that connected?
Oh man, you ever think about that? The apple with one bite bitten out of it, and we just on the phone like, hello, and every time we just taking the bite out the apple until.
I mean, that couldn't be more on the nose unless we was fucking had a snake. Everyone had a snake on their phone or some shit. Damn.
Yeah, bro.
That's wild. Also, Apple missed a huge opportunity to make they like charger snakes, and it's like a snake biting the apple.
Oh, but
might as
how
well
do you
go
know
all
that's
the way
not?
biblical.
How you know that's not? How you know that? Have you ever got one of those weaved cords and it's like, oh, this is a snake biting the apple? Man, my mind is blown. My mind is blown.
I have a theory that Adam was doing so much dumb shit in between the time that Eve was made and he was made that they were just like, we need a woman. I feel like those first, I don't know. Do you know how long he was there by himself before Eve?
When I imagine Adam, I like to imagine the movie Castaway. And that's how I imagine
and him
Adam
just
was.
fucking everything up.
Now him just running around with like a coconut with a face on it, having arguments with it. You know what I'm saying? Like having anniversaries. And, you know, and God was like, man, let me get this nigga a girl.
Well,
Jesus
for sure,
Christ.
he was not seasoning nothing. I feel like Eve was the first one being like, this food's nasty.
Well, Eve, you know,
Let's take
a
some of these
woman,
herbs
I
and
feel
shit.
like woman was the first person to boil something. So, like, she came in and was
probably
like,
all that.
she probably was like, nigga, you ain't got no kitchen.
Adam's dumbass was probably biting into the chicken with feathers still on it.
Yep.
Like spinning his dick around in helicopters. Just doing a whole bunch of dumb guy shit.
I think Adam got in trouble and got caught in a monkey orgy, and God was like, listen.
This is going nowhere.
I'm just saying. I was like, God was like, listen.
This species
is, like,
is going nowhere.
We got to stop
we
this
need
right
a
now.
woman.
Jesus Christ.
That was we actually never answered the question, but that was probably one of the best sidebars on this show. But do you think babies are natural or man-made?
I think babies are.
I guess they're natural because they're woman-made.
Nah, but they're man-made though. You know what I'm saying?
Like mankind.
Yeah,
right?
two women can't make one. You know, I mean, you know, they can adopt one really, really young and then play that role like they just had a baby, but it's not gonna be. There was no pregnancy.
Hey, technology's coming a long way. You don't know. We might have cybernetic dicks in like 2 years.
Oh, they had those like 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Not ones. I'm saying that can impregnate.
I'm sure. I mean, all you gotta do is put sperm in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I
doubt it's that easy.
I'm sure it's that easy. I'm sure it's that easy. Think about it, dog. I've seen like reports of women like turkey basting themselves to get pregnant from like NFL stars.
Woo!
Yeah, that's crazy.
You
don't want that kind of money to where somebody's turkey basting you. So that's we
might as well go into some food stuff after
that. Talk about food.
Let's talk about delicious foods. All right, so I just noticed, I don't know if this is new or whatever, but I just noticed that your boys at KFC, they got this new campaign that caught my eye. So it's a couple things. Image-wise, they're going for like a sexy colonel now. It's like a colonel with like... It's like a hashtag Zaddy type.
What?
This nigga got like slicked gray hair, glasses. He's in front of a PJ. He got like the unbuttoned shirt, and it's like, who's trying to fuck the colonel?
He's
this
starting
old
to look
nigga's
like
been giving us chicken like
he
an
look
uncle.
more like a slave master now than a colonel. You know what I'm saying? Like, he look like Leonardo DiCaprio from Django. Right
I ain't never trusted your boy, but look at his like fan art where he's like got his shirt unbuttoned, want some chicken.
Like I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if you think that's
all
the
types
kind
of meat.
If you think that's what a fried chicken diet will have you looking like. You are completely wrong.
Speaking of diet, that leads me to the food. They just announced their Cheeto sandwich. I guess hot Cheetos has been making such a big imprint on culinary. You see this? It's like a chicken sandwich with just regular Cheetos on it. Not even like Cheeto crust. It was just like...
First of all, that looks delicious and I want one.
Here's the thing. It looks weird, but when you think about like chip sandwiches...
Yeah, that's fire.
Chip sandwiches are wild.
I need the crunch, man. And it's like, that's their problem. Remember when they had 2 fried chicken breasts?
That was a lot.
As a sandwich, as the bread.
You tried that?
No, I never tried that. Yeah, I tried that. No, I never tried that.
I feel like that would give you a heart attack the day before.
I'm sure there were a lot of fried chicken sandwich deaths, and people be like, I don't know why he was only 16. I don't know why he had a heart attack.
3 heart attacks in 1 week
because he was eating them bitches every day.
But here's what I do agree with. You know they biscuits?
Yeah.
Cinnabon dessert biscuits.
Yeah, no, that's fire.
Bam.
But see, that's the thing. I feel like the biscuit that you love is a hostage behind a bucket of chicken that you have to buy. It's like, yeah, y'all want these biscuits? Yeah, come here and get them the chicken then.
Nah, I would go in here just for that.
Yeah,
dessert
you say that.
Biscuits?
You say that till you get in there, and
with
then they're purposely putting that smell in your mouth. I mean, I'm not about to. I can't go in Popeyes and walk out with just The biscuit on KFC the same way.
Well, I feel like Popeyes is in a more dangerous neighborhood. You'd get questioned. But
like, what's up with the biscuits, fam? You don't want no chicken?
I feel like KFC.
He's a cop. Get him.
KFC at this point sells chicken skin. So if you could leave with just
they
skin,
sell chicken skin,
like pork rinds.
What?
They
that
just
sounds
announced
fire
that too.
I got to be honest with myself. Like the skin is the best part of the chicken.
The skin is, but I don't think I could ever bring myself.
I don't want
to
it without the meat.
skin.
I feel you, but it's like as a kid, I do remember peeling the skin off and eating the skin and not feeling ashamed about it. Yeah.
But then you had the chicken, so it was just like, man, I just ate this piece of chicken weird as hell. Not like I just left this establishment with skin in a bag.
I knew this day was coming, dog. The skin has always been more important to me.
I can't leave.
Not now as an adult, but like there was a time in my life, man.
You would leave with a bag full of skin.
No, I would leave with a bag full of. Oh yeah, you talk about back then. I mean, I have to try it now just for nostalgia to figure out if I do like it or not.
I'm
not about to shit on it until I see what it's about. It's chicken skin.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm sure it's delicious. I just can't bring myself to order it because it's like Cinnabon, low key. Cinnabon is delicious. I cannot do it.
What you mean you cannot do it,
bro? Bro,
just get you a couple bites and throw it away. But you got to know what it's like, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty disciplined as it pertains to sweets and like bad food. So like if I want to try some shit, I'm gonna try it because it's like I don't even and I just want to see what it's about. Taco Bell has nacho fries.
What's that?
Man, fries that are I don't know. My wife had it the other day and I was like, how was it?
Sound like cheese fries.
Straight. It's like cheese fries, but it's Taco Bell. So, Taco Bell does everything with a little bit of. It's like somebody's Mexican grandma mixed. It's like Taco Bell is like ghetto Mexican.
Okay. First of all, that sounds fire. And I don't know why. Because I feel like nowadays, all you have to do is change one adjective and it'd be the same thing and you can promote it as something new. Because cheese fries has been a thing. And now it's like nacho fries. It's like, oh, I can't wait to try that. It's like, nigga, those are cheese fries.
No, bro, they're not. They're from Taco Bell. So they are more nacho oriented than your regular restaurant, bro. Like put it like this. If KFC came out with some nacho fries, you'd be like, get out of here. Nobody want no nacho fries from y'all. But it's Taco Bell.
Okay.
They do, they have Mexican pieces. Everybody got Mexican, but they got Taco Bell.
I don't be getting nachos from Taco Bell, though.
Bruh.
Do you?
Yes. Not Nacho Bell Grande? That was like,
I be getting cheesy gordita crunches.
Nah, bro. Nacho Bell Grande and no beans.
I'm just going to have a fat ass segment on this thing. I just love talking about food.
Yeah, bro.
Have you ever been to Mr. Fry's?
No, but they got one in Glendale.
Bro.
I haven't tried it
yet.
No,
not the one in Glendale. I went to one in the hoodie hood. It was hella south.
Where it's like all these like different like powders for your fries?
Not powders. No. This might be something. This is like Mr. Fry's Man or something. But every single dish, I went there this weekend. Every single dish is like, I got like a honey garlic chicken and shrimp fries. There's like crab fries. There's like lemon
all on top of the fries.
Lemon pepper. Everything is like a big, and the fries are fire. But like then they put just like surf and turf or like carne asada, like everything.
Where's this at? It's out here.
It's in L.A.
Oh man.
It was like a cool.
That's what I need to know.
It's like a cool. It's on Western. It's like hella.
Oh, just on Western.
It's off of Western and Rosecrans. So if you're in LA, Mr. Fries Man, and they didn't pay me for that, so you know it's good.
Yeah, that's the Western and Rosecrans. So yeah, that's deep in the hood. Yeah. Where are the other locations?
I don't bullshit.
Are they franchised or is this a thing where I have to go directly there? All right, cool. Go ahead.
Hey, if you fuck with fries, get that. That's a perfect transition.
Who dies for fries? That's the question.
My next transition. If you eat too much of them, you might end up with this. Now this is surgery for sure. But
but see, you know what it is. See, are you gonna show them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. This is a very big.
Here's the thing, bro.
Fake butt.
When girls get these fake butts, that's the problem. It's like they have
Where do
too
you
much
stop?
power. Because they're like they're probably like a villain, and they got some evil doctor. They're like, all right, ma'am, it's big enough. Take a look. And she gets the mirror. She's like, bigger. And he's like, ma'am, the levels are getting too high. She's like, no,
keep going.
He just like, she's like, yes, there it is. He's like, you can't.
And before
it's
the final form, there's like steam, and she's just standing there like,
bro.
It has begun.
It's like some maester from Game of Thrones who's just like,
we will take over the city.
He got like a big tub that says booty meat. He just put it in there. She's like, more.
Yo.
It's like, fam, y'all gotta chill with that.
It can't be fun to sit on.
What's she gonna do when she gotta get on an airplane?
Right?
That's 2 seats.
And each cheek occupies the seats next to you.
Nobody want to sit next to all that ass,
fam. That gotta go in the overhead.
You fart 2 hours ago, and it's like it finally makes it to the surface. And you're like, oh, that was a while ago. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry, everybody. That was yesterday. I was home alone when I did. It's like, that's nasty, bruh.
The worst thing about it is that under all that ass. Hey, you ever hear something that you're about to say? What I was about to say is, under all that ass is a lot of sadness. Cause like at one, because no, real shit.
It's a
because
lot more
like,
to sad.
I'm just saying.
But yeah.
Because like there was probably a point where
like she would break her back if she tried to sleep on her back.
And you could see from her build that she probably had like a good looking ass before she started. But after one point, it starts getting proportionate, and then it just keeps going because of something up here. So it's just like, y'all don't gotta do that. This went viral for all the wrong reasons. And
don't have to do
in her
that.
mind, she's like, bam, look at all these phones out looking at me. I'm the
Yeah.
shit. But everyone was like, oh my God, it's a wasp. A fucking 6-foot wasp.
It's a
with
dinosaur.
heels.
I saw a dinosaur in the Bronx.
Yo, so like, and I'm not trying to body shame. If anything, I'm trying to keep people from thinking like that.
That is legit a rhino's ass. Like that's like a straight up
A rhinoceros
rhino.
ass?
That is a rhino like in the bed. That's crazy.
But here's another video, because someone posted a video of an exploded ass, and this is what it could look like. This ass looks like a ball sack. It exploded, and now it moves like, what's that little goose we got as a kid? It was like in a clear locker. It was like that foam stuff that you could just make into shit. It was a very lazy toys. They're just like, nigga, build your own shit.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You gotta squeeze it and turn it into something.
Yeah, but it's like this is
man.
what can happen
That's
to you.
sad, man.
This looks like an elbow, and this is somebody's
sad.
rump. I'm just saying, y'all be happy with
That's
what
so
you
sad,
got, because the
man.
consequences are
Women, you gotta know that
not
you're beautiful.
reversible.
You gotta know that you're beautiful, that you're queens. I was just telling my nieces this. You gotta know that you're queens, man. You gotta know that, that music is that's not for you. That's not to you.
And here's the other thing. It could just be a fad. Just ride out the fad. Think about how many girls with nice big butts that were just when it wasn't popular.
Look at how much
and
stuff
like,
goes
what the
in and
hell?
out of style. Peep how remember leggings had like a strong 11-year run where that was like the only thing a girl could do. Then next thing you know, they had those baggy jeans. And then
I remember when baggy jeans were a thing, and now you have to see your ball print in order to be on GQ. You have to see a whole imprint
everybody
of your ball sack, or everyone's gonna be like, "What is it? 2001?"
We're basically wearing jean long johns. Nah, that's what we're doing.
For all you can have a flat butt, and then by 2020, that's it. You see a rapper like, I only want flat butts, flat butts, girl, I only want flat butts. And all these girls that spent $20,000 on surgery is like, oh no.
And then all the little flat booty girls out here like twerking their back.
Steam is coming out. So, I'm waiting for this.
And then everybody all the big booty girls is like, look at these little flat booty bitches. I can't stand it.
And you start seeing butt reductions.
Just think about all the grannies that you're gonna see with fake asses.
Think about the extremes of butt surgery when they taking it away, and it's gonna be going into them instead of like a huge butt. It's gonna be like going into their bodies.
I don't want to talk about it no more.
Just like walking around looking like a capital S.
It's like disgusting me, and it's like, fam, that's just unfortunate. Like, women gotta understand, and it's like, we just like you for who you are. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all gotta like us for who we are. We ain't out here getting fake joints. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas ain't strong-minded enough to know what they like, so we gotta listen to the fucking rappers and like people.
But who did I hear?
Oh, Jay-Z, button-ups are in. Oh, for sure, we wearing button-ups now.
Did Lil Baby say he not having sex with no girl unless she got a fake butt? Did you hear him say that on his last album? He said that like, she ain't got no fake.
Imagine all the girls that were fans of him like, I got a doctor's appointment yesterday.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
I got daughters, man. God damn.
Love
That's why we gotta
yourself.
Man, what would you do if your daughter came home with a fake ass and you told her not to? I mean, you didn't allow her. That's some shit that's like,
at all.
You can't hide that. That ain't like no tattoo. You gotta be like, all right, you gotta get the fuck out of my house. Yeah, you got.
I don't think I could ever kick my child out.
I mean, you just gotta say that. Yeah, you have to threaten to say that. When they get
out my house is a great threat.
Because when they're a teenager, there's nothing you could do at that point. But like, they don't know it. But like, as parents, you like, I am completely powerless against you right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
that's the only thing you can say besides I'll whoop your ass.
As a teenager, you could just like maul your parents and just take over the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't even realize it.
I don't know none of this stuff.
Ladies, if a guy is telling you that you need a fake butt, first of all, what?
Yeah, right.
Second of all, it's like he's just not the guy for you. Period.
Yeah, I feel like if he's adding, if he offers any attachments or feel like you need some type of iOS upgrade, that's a big red flag. Just like, you know what, you need some new titties. It's like, wait, what? I could get you some new titties. All right, well, speaking of weird ass people, there was this crazy story on Hollywood Unlocked. Niggas is freaky. So apparently there was a husband that was accused of killing his wife after 48 hours of BDSM and sex during their honeymoon. So this was
killed her. Oh my God.
Listen to this. A German groom faces multiple manslaughter charges after he was accused of killing his wife during their honeymoon. So apparently, first of all, this nigga was 52 and she was 49. So they were old. They were engaged in a 48-hour sex marathon that included bondage and sadomasochism. I don't know what that is. I'm not looking it up. During their honeymoon, and earmuffs, kids. Jenkins allegedly shoved a sharp object in his wife's anus during the days-long sexual escapade, but it resulted in her suffering a perforated bowel. So, 48-hour sex marathon, fully in. I was like, wow, he fucked her to death. Then it's like, oh, you guys were doing horrible stuff. What is this nigga, Jigsaw? This nigga, first of all, this nigga, it says the object had a barbed hook, which led to internal injuries. You think? Sorry, man. I just laid all of that on you. I read it and I was like, man, I gotta talk about this with somebody.
People
I don't get it.
Too damn freaky in this world,
bro.
And that is the problem.
Penis and vagina.
It's like, fam, just make love to your people and. Not to your people. I mean, but you know, just make love to your significant other, man, and just like, why would you want to hurt somebody like that?
You out here stabbing your wife in the ass.
Stop, man. That's so messed up. That
I feel so bad for.
I feel so
both
sorry,
of them.
Guys, that you guys.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Guys.
I'm so sorry. I guess that could have gone. I guess that story could have gone any week. My bad. CP's nieces are here. I'm sorry. That was.
they're just hearing some. They're just hearing some things.
I had a feeling y'all had to hear something from us. Little wife half stabbing. You guys be on the internet,
hey,
right?
Man.
I'm sorry.
They watch ADD so much, and we do so many cool things here at ADD. We do like, what's your favorite fries? And they could have been in any episode. But here we are, like, and then it was a jacket hook. And it's like, oh man, they'll go home and tell their parents, like, so what we learned.
Teaching you guys the horrors of the internet and what type of people to stay away from. Me in particular.
We have so many subject matters. You know, what was your favorite cartoon? And they could be here for that. It's like,
well, here's one. Here's a good one. This is something I've been waiting to talk about, and it's very family friendly and interesting.
Thank you.
Boom. Did you know that lobsters were immortal?
First of all, in order to be that delicious, of course, they're immortal. Like, think about it. Like, lobsters just, like, when have you seen a lobster? Lobsters be in straight up lobster slavery it's pretty weird. Real Lobster. They'd be, like, clamped up, and they'd be tied up, and they'd be piled in there, and it'd just be like, you know.
Lobster slavery?
They couldn't die if they wanted to. They'd be like.
That's the thing. They can't. So they don't die of old age. They basically get bigger and bigger and bigger until they shed their shell, and then they keep growing. So they've found,
because what's eating lobsters in the ocean?
They don't have natural prey.
Exactly, because so nothing can boil them. Disease. Nothing can boil them in the ocean.
I don't even think things can get. I don't even think things really like eat them like that.
But like, how would you get butter down there? You need a lemon. You know what I'm saying?
They don't care about none of that shit.
No, what you mean? It's a lobster. You got to eat that. You got to eat that right. But yeah, you're right. Nothing can eat them, and maybe that's why we're not supposed to eat them. Right?
Well, that's just crazy. They found huge ones that were like 140 years old, and like they've actually found
How do they know?
Well, based on the size, they can determine how long it's been alive, or like how long it's been growing.
Let me say this, right? Because I just threw up a little bit. Let me explain something to you. Let me tell you a story, right?
Oh, shit.
All right, look. When me and my wife were in college, we went to Chicago for like a trip, like, you know, a couple's trip, right? And so we were like, let's go eat at the most expensive restaurant. We had just got a refund check. We was balling. You know how it is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So we went to this restaurant, and they have like $142 surf and turf lobster dinner. And I'm like,
for two or one?
Well, I got that. She got something else.
It was 140 just for you?
142 just for me, right?
Damn.
When they brought the lobster, Pat, it was like the size of a 2-liter Pepsi.
Really?
The lobster tail.
How long do you think? Oh, just the tail.
Just the tail.
How many pounds do you think it was?
It was like 8 pounds.
8 pounds?
8 pounds. Here's the thing. I couldn't eat it all. It was like a loaf of bread. I tried to give it to a homeless person.
That's a lot of lobster.
And they was like, I don't want your leftovers. But
nigga, it's lobster.
But listen, then a valet saw the bag and was like, I'll take that. What'd you get from there? I'm like, it's like 4 pounds of lobster here. He's like, hell, and took the lobster. I swear to God.
Nigga, a valet took your homeless meal?
We didn't have
it's a good ass restaurant.
We didn't have a refrigerator in our hotel. There was like no fridge. You know how you can't save the food. Bro,
I can't eat that much lobster too.
I couldn't eat lobster for a year after eating it because
good?
Oh my God, it was
fire?
Cooked to perfection, like perfection. We had lobster in Vegas, right?
Did we?
They had the lobster burger. Remember that? But we had it.
Right.
Bro, it was like cooked to
that
perfection.
Was just like a little.
Yeah, that was a little bit. This was a 2-liter. It was at Morton's in Chicago. The shit was like this big.
Try to imagine a 2-liter Pepsi.
Man, it was crazy.
So if you can imagine how big the lobster was attached to that. Like,
right, exactly. Like the rest of the body.
Well, they've found some that have been dated down. Like this lobster was here around the time that the Declaration of Independence was signed. Like there have been some that have been dated that far.
I'm sorry, wait a minute. That lobster couldn't have been 8 pounds. It might have been like 24 ounces or something like that.
I was thinking like
8 pounds. 8 pounds is like a small child. You know?
I was like, God damn.
that like that's a baby. Like 8 pounds is like a huge baby. They'd be like, oh my God, that's a big baby. So let me stop before.
I was about to say, nigga, like, you ate the nigga I'm talking about.
The lobster tail. It was like 24 ounces of lobster though. So that's like
okay.
Okay,
that's
sorry
easy
everybody.
To wrap my head
It was not a toddler of lobster that I ate.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not even somebody who can really decipher ounces in my head.
But people in the comments are. People in the comments are like, wait a minute.
People on the internet are assholes.
Oh man.
But yeah, if you think about all the lobsters that haven't been caught, there's probably like some dinosaur ass lobsters at the bottom of the ocean.
So they say that when a lobster's too big, you aren't supposed to eat it though.
How come?
Because I think like it's just something about the meat. Like when I guess the one I had wasn't in that criteria, but when they get like, you know, crazy.
Well, they have to. They're saying there's like some gargantuan shit that we haven't even seen yet, because the shit that we have seen is like, damn, this thing might be like 200 years old or something like that.
I need to see some big lobsters.
Okay,
like, flat out. Like, I need to see like
world's biggest
lobster. Yeah,
lobster.
Yeah, let's get right to the bottom of this.
I see what you did there. All right, so god damn, that can't be real. That's not real. I was looking at this one. That's for sure just a monument. But the picture we pulled up was literally a giant ass, like, nigga, this is Godzilla.
Oh, dog, look at that one down there.
Oh, wait, is this real?
In that row.
Oh, that's not real. Is it? No. Which one are you talking about?
Right.
This one.
No.
Oh, this one.
Over 2 to the left.
This one.
Yeah.
No, that's like a monument. It has to be. Yeah, that's like a monument. That's like a dinosaur.
Bro.
But look at this shit. They get fucking huge. God damn. That's like an alligator, low key.
Yo.
That's wild. And that's just one that's chilling on the beach.
And these are bottom feeders. It getting you caught in those pinchers being that big.
That's what I'm saying.
It's cutting you in half.
I have a theory that the shit that's on the bottom of the deepest parts of the ocean is just like some Jurassic Park level shit. Because I mean,
but so why can't we can't get anything down there to film it because of the pressure? Apparently, like when you get so deep into the ocean, all of a sudden there's a switch where the weight of the ocean is now on top of you. So imagine like the weight of the world that's the kind of pressure that you're under, and I think it would just like flatten anything. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Well, you know what else is really crazy about lobster? It used to be like rats. So this is kind of a crazy thing just about how people can just change the way we think. When colonists first arrived here, there was an overabundance of lobster. Like, they were literally disgusting. They were bottom feeders. There were so many that they were looked at as rats. So they sold for like nothing. And then it kind of like disappeared. People really didn't mess with it like that. And they were kind of like barely edible too.
Don't you hate how you always miss the glory years? You know what I'm saying? Like, man.
But bro, they were feeding it to livestock. Like, they were feeding it to prisoners and criminals. Like, people would not eat lobster.
Be in prison, like, eat this lobster. You're like,
man, it's like dipping it in butter and everything.
Oh man!
But that's what's crazy, because I guess just at one time it just lost the stigma, and they were like, it says like in the Victorian era you'd spend about 53 cents per pound of Boston baked beans, but only 11 cents per pound for lobster. So you were just
Boston
balling
baked
out.
beans, the candy, or do they really have like a baked beans there that's fire? That's
I
like
think it was actually the beans back then. But yeah,
why
like,
was that? Well, like, who was Boston to be making some baked beans? Like, what do y'all think? Why?
I guess they just had like the shit beans. How, I don't know how we got the avocados, but like we popping with avocados.
We need to go to Boston and eat some baked beans and some lobster.
And just see like
that needs to be
this is
like,
better.
Yeah. Yeah, like my dad was like a truck driver. He said he went to Maine and they had like crazy you know how we got like taco trucks? It was like mad lobster trucks. You know
out
what
there?
I'm saying?
And
yeah.
it's like crazy expensive, right?
Yep. And like no, it's not. It's like it's not expensive at all.
So it's still like
street
that?
vendors making lobster because they're so
because they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah, but I mean,
Wow.
like, you know, it ain't 53 cents, but I mean, it ain't.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's.
But what's crazy is that, you know, obviously with just tourism, it said that the rise of seasonal tourism in the 1870s, when like people from New York and Washington would go there, that's when they were just like, actually, this shit is crazy expensive. So now it was like all of a sudden like super expensive, like even like canned lobster, like it just kind of like blew up, and everybody was just like, we're making like a killing off of this. So if you can imagine like rats now in like 100 years, if we were just like, this is like filet mignon, and everybody was like, hey, you got some rat, and paying like crazy. Like, it's just crazy how people can just switch up a stigma, and then in our minds it's just like, oh, lobsters are expensive now, and then we're just like,
oh, it's some people in the world eating rats for sure.
But it's like now it's like ew, that's rat. But it's just wild that you can just like change people's thinking, and now it's just like, oh, this is like the most bougie thing that you.
I'm waiting for us
have.
to start eating some more birds. Like chicken. I don't think we scratched the surface yet.
Really?
Oh man, I think like.
What you think is next?
Man, I think emus maybe.
They don't look. Oh, I guess chickens are ugly.
Chicken are ugly too, but I'm saying just the meat, or like, you know, like.
You had ostrich? That's pretty close.
Is ostrich being cooked right now?
Ostrich, you can eat ostrich. Yeah, there's like ostrich patties. My dad used to get that, and I was like,
how was it?
I never ventured. It didn't smell good.
It don't smell good?
Even in the freezer. If it don't smell good frozen, well, that's a dumb rule. A lot of meat.
No, that's not.
A lot of meat don't smell good frozen.
I mean, but it don't stink frozen either. You know what I'm saying? It's frozen.
You don't think?
I don't think so.
You don't think fish stinks when it's frozen?
Fish is fish though. It smells like fish. If fish, but like that's how you. I guess ostrich smells like ostrich.
That's what I'm saying. But
yeah.
I don't know. Like, you don't think we would have done it by now? But I mean, I hear that quail and those. What's like the alternate chicken? People be eating it all the time. What's like the different, like pheasant? It's like those shooting birds.
Pheasant.
The people that you shoot.
Yeah,
the shoot
pheasants.
And there's like another.
It's like fowl. I guess that all is like incumbent of like all the birds is fowl. I don't know. It's ducks.
It might be quail.
Ducks too.
You think ducks gonna make a comeback?
I mean, I think ducks just look like they taste better than chickens. They just look better.
Oh, like if you would just look at one, low key.
Yeah,
Do you like duck?
It's alright. It's a little greasy. Like
I don't remember what it tastes like.
It's just greasy. Like it's like a Boston Market chicken.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's what's up. All right. It's time for a segment called Celebrity Fight to the Death. All right. I'm going to name 2 celebrities, and you have to tell me who would whoop the other's ass in a fight to the death and why.
I think about this every day, so I'm so prepared.
Really?
No, I don't.
I'm going based off of how they are on and off camera. So
Okay.
The first one, Nicolas Cage versus Brendan Fraser. These are 2 people who have played action heroes, but kind of have the build where you're not sure if they can really fight. This is The Mummy versus Face Off.
I'm taking Nicolas Cage
over Brendan.
Yeah, he looks a lot more ruthless. I think that Brendan is he like trying to be all heartthrob, sex symbol. I think.
You think Brendan Fraser is?
I think Nicolas is gonna be like, making some wild ass faces like and I think he's gonna. Nicolas Cage has been here for like 400 or 500 years anyway. He's like,
you think he's like a vampire?
He's a vampire for sure. Look it up. And
is Nicolas Cage?
I think he win. I don't think you mess.
I don't
with
know. I don't see Nicolas Cage
Could
putting hands on nobody.
Look it up.
You for real?
Yeah, look it up.
Nicolas Cage. Oh wow, it popped up.
Yeah, didn't it?
Is Nicolas Cage a vampire from the Civil War era?
Yes, he is.
By ABC News?
Yeah. You've never seen this? I'm like, Nicolas Cage, bro. Nicolas Cage is a ruthless killer who's been alive for hundreds of years and would kill anything living.
First line, could Nicolas Cage be a vampire? A Civil War era photo that bears an eerie resemblance to Cage has sparked rumors that the actor is a real-life vampire. This is ABC News.
ABC News.
I gotta see this photo. Where's the photo?
Oh, bro, go back because it's in images when you did the Google search.
What? Wow. This picture is from ABC News.
You understand what I'm saying?
ABC News.
Now look up Brendan Fraser's pictures from 200 years ago, and they're not existing. So yeah, Nicolas Cage wins that. Next round, please.
That's either Nicolas Cage or like, Clarence Cage. I don't know what niggas was named. White people in particular were named back then.
I'll tell you what their name was. Their name was Nicolas fucking Cage, and that's him.
It's no offspring. No lineage, no ancestry.
No, not at all. When the last time you saw an ancestor look like that close to a person?
That might be him.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So he wins.
Yeah, he wins.
He wins. Vampires win. All right. So Nicolas Cage is a vampire, and he would beat Brendan Fraser. Next one is actually the one I'm most excited about: Eddie Murphy or Will Smith.
Ooh, wee.
Eddie Murphy, he got hands. Will Smith, for sure, has hands. He was Ali.
Yeah.
What? Eddie Murphy is. I mean, he's been a cop a couple times, but hey, has he been an action star?
No, but Eddie Murphy from the hood though.
Will's from Philly.
Yeah.
Hey, I feel like it was a different Philly back then.
You can tell by Will's clothes. You always can tell by their clothes, like what the threat was. You know what I'm saying? Like Will had his hat flipped up. It's like, fam, relax, Philly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like in Detroit, people had like long tees and like.
Is Eddie Murphy from Detroit?
No, Eddie Murphy from New York.
Okay. And I feel like he was kind of wearing some weird
Eddie
stuff
Murphy
too.
had a brother named Charlie Murphy who looked like he could whoop somebody's ass. So I'm just imagining
the shit that he got Eddie into.
Yeah, or he probably whooped Eddie's ass growing up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm right now today, I probably had to go with Will, man.
Today or at his prime?
Will or at their prime.
Because Will Smith looks like he just work out a lot. He's on that whole like bettering himself.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he knows like several.
Well, you
martial
say it
arts.
right now today, right? I'm sure he knows some kind of positive. Oh,
positive doesn't kill you, but
it doesn't kill. Oh, I could have killed you. Enjoy your life. You know what I'm saying? It's like so. I don't know,
but
man.
In their prime, you think Eddie?
Man, yeah. I don't care. Yep, Eddie Murphy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Eddie at his prime, Raw versus
I'm taking Eddie.
Ali.
I'm taking Eddie. I'm taking Eddie.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking Eddie.
I gotta go Will at his prime.
Age for age. I know. I can see that.
Will was Independence Day. He was
Will was
Ali.
tall.
He was running a lot in Men in Black.
He's a lot taller than Will. I mean, than Eddie. He's bigger. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want Eddie Murphy to know that I went against Eddie Murphy. So
stand up, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Bruce Willis or Jason Statham?
Remind me who Jason Statham is.
Transporter. He's the balding guy. He's been balding for like 20 years, but he got hands.
That's Jason Statham. I feel like Bruce Willis was kind of like punchliney in his little, you know what I'm saying? Like
right.
Jason Statham, he had movies where he barely says a word.
He's just whooping ass like for 2.5 hours.
Where's the boy at? You know what I'm saying? It's like
Bruce Willis would get tired and just start talking shit.
Bruce Willis always got some shit to say. He on the side like getting shot at, like, you gotta go around that way. It's like, no, nigga, shut up. You better get your ass
Merry
whipped.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's an easy one. Jason Statham. All right, last one. Chris Rock versus Bill Burr.
Chris Rock.
Really?
Chris Rock.
Because of Bed-Stuy?
Nah, because of the fact that in Everybody Hates Chris, he got bullied and beat up by that white kid, and I feel like, you know, Chris Rock probably have a flashback.
But I feel like if you beat up a lot as a little kid, that doesn't always translate to adult hands.
But you didn't die, so you haven't been beat to the death.
You're tough,
yet.
right?
You're tough for a little bit.
But Bill Burr might be the angriest person I've ever seen. So if all that comes out in a fight,
but Chris Rock wouldn't be able to come back to the hood if he got killed. Well, he'd be dead, so he wouldn't have to worry about coming back
fight
to the hood.
death. I forgot about that.
Fight to the death.
Bill Burr would probably pull out some crazy white person stuff.
Nah, ain't no weapons. They got to be like they both only have on a diaper.
That's weird for the
I'm
whoever
saying
threw
like,
the fight.
Some kind of like they can't have nothing where they could hide.
Right, but I mean like he might pull out some crazy white people shit like mentally.
Man, Chris Rock talked too much shit about.
His voice is there, but I don't know if he's kind of skinny, and I feel like a crazy white guy you can never.
But Bill Burr kind of skinny
underestimate.
too, though.
But he's white.
Damn, Pat. So you saying I'm going with Chris Rock, dog? Fuck
I think
that.
I'm going with Bill Burr, man, because I feel like there's something in his eyes.
Chris Rock, you better beat the shit out of Bill Burr.
There's something in his
Bill
eyes.
Burr, what up though? Ain't no love lost, but you got, you know what I'm saying, you got to roll with the home team, baby.
All right, so that brings us to our final segment, Conspiracy Corner. Cue the eerie music.
It's my favorite part.
Motherfucking green kids, and they coming from outer space, and we don't know where they came from. There's usually music for that part. Next time, man.
Yeah,
You'll get it.
When you realize that it wasn't music for that part this time, you know what I'm saying? You talk about usually, you should have aborted. You should be like,
I ran out of breath real quick. Ooh, motherfucking. All right, so this story is called The Green Children of Woolpit. Now, this is extra creepy. This one is about it's a legend. So there were 2 green children that were found in the Woolpit of Suffolk, England. I believe it. When I was born, my mom said that my back was green.
They
didn't think you was like a baby raccoon when you came out?
Nah, they just thought I was a regular human with a green back.
What do you think the green back was from? Just
babies be born green sometimes. You look it up. You have a computer right in front of you. Look it up. Babies are born green.
Let's put this conspiracy on hold for a second. Baby born green. Unique baby. Okay, there's not a lot of upfront. You just made that up, huh?
No. Maybe put like baby born with green patches.
With patches.
No, not green with patches, but baby, like...
With green patches.
Yes, you can still be green. I don't know why. Yeah, bam, right there.
Who? Oh, God, that was on you?
I mean, like, for like 2 days until, like, your pigment, like, shows up.
That's kind of demonic looking.
Hey, man, fam, but look at me. I'm a bad
put you
motherfucker
back.
now. You need to put me back, huh?
Yeah.
That's my mother's
I'm sorry.
crevice that you're
I'm really sorry.
to.
I was like a general person in that joke.
It was very kind, but you know, I appreciate how gentle you were being. But Jesus Christ, bro, because it was like I'm a baby, you're handling me with care, and then you're just
my bad
treating my mother's vagina like it's just like a like it's a.
It was gentle though,
like a pipe in Mario. Like,
I'm really glad that's not the sound effect. Can you imagine if you replaced that? It was like. Sound effects are really important in video games. All right, but green children of Woolpit. So, this was at harvest time. The villagers of Woolpit discovered 2 children, a brother and a sister, beside one of the wolf pits that gave the village its name. So their skin was green, they spoke an unknown language, and their clothing was pretty much unfamiliar to everybody in that area. So they were taken to the home of a knight and to see what was up with them. They basically said that these 2 kids refused all the food for several days until they came across raw beans. So they only ate raw beans the entire time that they were there.
Raw beans is hard.
Why?
What you mean? Because a bean is crunchy, right?
Oh, I thought you were saying like a nigga, like, oh shit, raw beans is hard, nigga.
I mean, but that kind of is too. That is kind of dope. You know what I'm saying?
They only eat raw beans.
Like they bring them everything. They're like, mm.
So
hey, you want some steak, some pizza?
So here's what's kind of crazy. So they wouldn't eat any raw beans. I mean, they wouldn't eat anything but raw beans. And shortly after they were baptized, the boy became sickly and died. Okay.
Why would somebody baptize these green kids?
You know, back then everything was religion. They're just like, we don't know where you are. Christianity.
What that got to do with them though?
What do you mean?
Why would you baptize? Like, that's people's problem. Like, why would you? So we got some green aliens come to town, and first thing they do is take them to the church. Like, y'all got to dip these kids because they living in sin. You don't even know these kids.
Think about it. Niggas was going around being like, "Are you Christian? No, dead."
What are you? Are you green?
I mean, if you're talking about white people back then, they were not treating people who were different good. Niggas got the same. I mean, they treated these kids better than niggas, and they were green.
Well, they only had two of them. If we could find out where the rest of these griggers are, if we could get real cool with these griggers, if we could find out where the rest of the griggers are, if we can enslave the griggers, then we got a whole new race of griggers.
That's the N word for green children. So they said,
I say we baptize these griggers.
These. I mean, there's no reasoning with these people. So basically, they said that the surviving girl explained that they came from a land where the sun never shone and the light was always like twilight. They said it was some place called St. Martin's Land after their personal patron saint, and where everything is green. So things were green, food was green, people were green. They said that the children were unable to account for their arrival in Woolpit. They said they were herding their father's cattle. They heard a loud noise, and they basically suddenly found themselves in the wolf pit. So they said that they became lost when they followed the cattle into a cave, and they were guided by the sound of bells, passed out, and came to in the wolf pit in this unknown land.
So at no time when they were eating their beans did they decide to indulge all of this information until the brother died. So basically they was playing it cool, like, we don't talk. And then
well, no, they spoke a different language. They had to learn
but then the brother died, and they were like, all right, whoa. Okay, look. We're from St. Martin's, okay? We have cows. Everyone's green. The cows are green. It's like, you should have said that shit before they dipped your brother.
Dipped?
Before they dipped him. They dipped him and killed him. She should have said that.
I just picture it like barbecue sauce, like by the toes, just like, all right,
no,
you good?
They baptized. They dipped him like that. When he came up, he was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were like,
I don't know if it was like right after the baptism that they died, but like that was the line of effects. Baptism, death.
White people, I wasn't there, but if this is what you did, you get on my nerves. It's like, you know,
a lot of stuff they did back then get on our nerves.
Yeah, but it's like, fam, you know, they probably had a meeting after. All right, everybody listen. Or listen up. Shut up, Dale. Listen up.
This wasn't in Southern America.
It kind of was. They were like, listen up. All right, so we just found out you can't dip the grigger.
The other girl was chill.
Say what?
The other girl was chill after the baptism.
I mean, so they did both of them.
They did both of them, and then the girl was cool. But I mean, if you talking about these, like the Salem witch trials, it don't matter. Like, they're demonic. If you baptize them and then they die, that was witch in their eyes. All right, so, you know, obviously there's been a bunch of breakdowns of this. The most obvious one is the extraterrestrial one, right? So these kids came from some unknown place. They maybe hit some sort of portal or something. They found, literally like Thor, they were just found in this little pit with wolves. They had green skin, didn't know anything, only ate beans for some reason. And, you know, they came from a land with no sun, twilight. So that's probably the most fun one.
On on this planet, did they say?
That's one of the things. It's like they were either aliens or maybe an extraterrestrial group landed and they got separated from them. But the most popular one is that they came from just a totally other planet. But there are a lot of scientific explanations. So, you know, there are certain villages that were somewhat in a reasonable radius from them that had the name St. Martin's. It wasn't exactly what they said, but, you know, they were from a different culture. They said that the foreign language could have just been some unknown other place on Earth, and the green skin could have just been just malnutrition. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how green you get when you sick.
Yeah,
but
you eating beans, you ain't putting no water on them.
Well, no, they were. So a big part of it was the girl eventually adapted to other food, and as she grew up, lost her green pigmentation. So she kind of like blended back in. So there was a couple explanations for that. The first would be, all right, it's just malnutrition. And once she started eating regular food, she got regular skin again. And then another thing is that there was a lot of parts in this story that we're afraid are taken too literally. So obviously in folklore and storytelling, there are symbolism. So green could mean anything, like they were green with sickness. You know what I mean? They couldn't mean like, it doesn't, they said that their skin was actually green, but if you think about it like in a folklore sense, it's like they could have just been green with sickness, or, you know, green. That's like a very colorful word that storytellers tell. And they could have just been from a foreign land. They said that they were like being shepherding or like herding their cattle. So there wasn't no GPS back then. They could have just wandered off, couldn't find their way back home, and just a whole bunch of things. There are some weird stuff like passing out and then just appearing there that I think there's some holes in the story. But just to say both sides of the story, there is a lot of evidence that say it could have just been from some weird place. Maybe the sun was blocked out by trees, or it was just a part of the earth that there wasn't a lot of sunshine. But it's just like how two kids got that far enough away from their original place just by random. They were green. They didn't eat anything but beans, which could have been the poverty of the place they came from. Who knows? They could have been refugees. But both sides of the argument makes it a really interesting and mysterious story. The Green Children of Woolpit, there have been stories written after it. There's been stories written before it that they're thinking could have inspired it. Like, it's a lot. It's actually kind of interesting.
They didn't wrote stories about it and all that. Then them kids was really, really green. It wasn't no malnutrition. It was really something up with them.
That's why it held so much weight.
Mm-hmm. Of course. It's just like,
okay.
They trying to sweep
That's a good point, too.
Now. You know what I'm saying? They probably found them kids, and, you know, think about Avatar and all of that. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't know. It's like...
That is true.
That is a boring-ass conspiracy, though, at the end of the day. Like, for a grown-ass man, I'm sitting here like, all right, man.
I thought it was interesting. You find some green-ass kids that only eat beans? Come on, man.
Griggers.
This went down as a cool story. I mean, it has memes all over the place, but it's basically it held a lot of weight because it could have been two alien children who just wandered into a village, didn't know nothing, and spoke about there have been a lot of alien encounters where they spoke about where they're from, and it's just like, where the fuck is that? But this was literally one of the few cases of little alien children wandering into a village. And if they were alien, they actually successfully blended in, and I think she grew up and lived like a normal life after that.
Gotcha.
This nigga's bored as fuck.
She lived a normal life. So she went to Oxford. She was the first green woman to ever. It's like, fam, nah,
that would
be
crazy if she went on to be like in politics or something like that, and it was just like, oh, she might have been an alien, but hey, to each his own. That would have been a cool little.
And next thing you know, she had a son. Her son was said to have great strength and anger at the same time. And
he was in the Avengers.
It's like, man.
Well, that has been CP did like the conspiracy theory this week, but that has been
excited for it, man. Then I heard, I'm like, man, come on, dog.
Well, that has been another episode of The Internet is Undefeated. I am Patrick Cloud. I want to thank CP, my guest host. What was that?
The mic chop you did earlier.
Oh, call back.
Yeah. Right, anyway, yeah, man, I'm CP. CP.
There's a voice. Another callback. Yeah. We will see you guys next week. Later.
Yo, thanks for watching another episode of The Internet is Undefeated. Make sure you like the video, share the video, and if you just want the audio, make sure you follow us on Spotify, iTunes, and Google Play.